American women are unhappy about their weight. 87% of normal weight women wish that they weighed less. But as hard as women are on themselves about their weight, a social experiment is revealing that other women can be even harder on women. Check this out.
In New York City, we celebrate the many differences of our residents. Different cultures, different races, and different religion. But do we celebrate difference when it comes to body type? We sent our camera crews out to document people of different body shapes as they perform everyday activities. As a social experiment, we asked these 7 strangers to give us their honest reactions as they watch our footage. First up, eating habits.
You see these people, you get these ones, the heavy set ones, they're like a cattle coming into the trough.
I feel like she probably shouldn't be at a buffet. Given her current situation, she should probably be eating somewhere else.
No matter how much they eat or what they eat, it's the mental image of thinking that someone who is obviously overweight is at somewhere where they can just indulge and just gorge and not stop.
Right. That's just makes me sick. That's disgusting. She's a glutton. She's fat. She's nasty.
Saying something directly to someone's face and saying gross, disgusting is not nice. But this is a beautiful person, even though she doesn't have the same size.
There is no nice way to say you are fat. There are times where you're behind people at fast food restaurants or in the drive-thru and you can just see them ordering these huge, gigantic meals. And it's gross. And there's so many times where I just want to be like, you don't need to order that.
The world that we live in is based on what you view. And if I see you and you're fat, I feel like you don't care. I feel like you're lazy. I feel like you don't want to work hard.
You see all these fast food. You see the candies, the donut shops. You see these fat, obese people that I find very disgusting that are the first ones to knock the door down when they open. They're in there. That is wrong. It's disgusting, and it makes me sick.
Yeah, so do you think that I'm disgusting? Do you think that I'm gross when you look at me?
Yes, I do find you gross being that overweight.
Wow. You were very vocal to Shaquasia. So when she was saying that to you, what was that making you feel like?
You know what, Tyra, it really hurt me. It really did, because of the fact that she made such judgmental comments about me and she doesn't even know me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a strong woman. I have a lot going for myself. And it's ignorant that she would say that about me. So it really hurt me, Tyra, but at the end of the day, I thought it was really ignorant that she would say that about me and she doesn't even know me, you know?
Yeah. Strong and so angry when you were saying that to somebody that you didn't even know?
Well, that's the way I was brought up. My whole family's that way. Anyone over a size 14 weighing 300 pounds is disgusting. It's nasty. That's my opinion. I had a best friend. I went all the way through grade school. When I got to junior high, she used to come over and spend the night. She was heavy. She had a double D breast size. Instead of her coming eating a normal food meal, you know, like a sandwich, something healthy, she would eat 3 and 4 sandwiches, sodas, cookies, candy. My mother and dad would not even allow me to associate with her after that. That was it. Done.
Yeah. But why the emotion toward it?
It's because it's just nasty looking. I mean, I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I was brought up that way.
No, I
don't like to see people looking fat
but
and
there's
unhealthy.
a reason why. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because, like, I might see a man on the street that I might find disgusting. Maybe he's digging in his butt and, like, walking and going, you know?
Right.
And I'm not going to go, oh, my God, you are so disgusting. I can't stand you. You're absolutely disgusting. And I think you're disgusting. And, oh, my God, I'm making fun of Papa when I look at you. And, oh, my God, connection to that. I feel like there's got to be something emotional. Did you ever like struggle with your own weight?
I was very, very skinny through school. I was called the twig girl. I blew it off, you know, and I look at it this way. If you're fat, nasty, lose the weight, you won't have nothing to worry about if I take that.
Let's go back to what you said you were. So you were twig girl, skinny.
Yeah, right.
And how did it feel when people were calling you twig?
I blew it off.
You blew it off?
Yeah.
But did it hurt?
The first time, yeah, and I went home, told my mom, you know, I was boo-hooing about it. But after I told her, you know, she's like, well, look at the fat people, you know, look at yourself. You're not fat. You know, blow it off. And I did.
Yeah, you blew it off, but there was pain there.
The first day.
Yeah, and more than the first day.
No, not after that. Really, it wasn't. No.
There's some reason why you're angry and unlikable.
No.
And I think it's because of what there's a reason.
Just the way
because I was the twig girl, and I was the girl they called olive oil and skinny and disgusting and everything that you can think of.
Right.
And it's not easy to just blow it off and be okay the next day.
Well, I was strong about it. I just blew it off, you know.
Yeah. No, what you did is you didn't blow it off. You're blowing it off to other people. That's what you're doing.
Well,
you didn't just blow it off, and you're not just healthy and normal, and you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
You took the pain and you're using it somewhere else. This is your mother-in-law.
Yes.
Yes. And how do you feel when she says this type of stuff? Does she say it around you?
It really, honestly, like when I first started like hearing her like saying that, it really embarrassed me. It really did. And when I was younger, I was really heavy. So I got called the names, you know what I mean? I got called Shamu, I got called every name in the book. So I understand. So when I see her and when we're out and I hear her say these things to these people, it's atrocious. It really is. And it's
What types of things does she say? I know you bartend, and she said something at the bar once when she was visiting?
Yeah, I bartended and she had come in. I had two heavy-set people, and they were sitting down and they were eating dinner. They were eating burgers and fries. She had sit down. I was buying her lunch, and she had said, she looked over at them and she said, "You need to get a salad." I'm sorry, it's so hard to kind of talk about.
Why is it hard?
It's just, it's difficult because of when I was young, you know?
Tell her how it made you feel when people said that to me, to you.
You have to understand when people are heavy like that, it's not necessarily always their fault. And it hurts me, it really does. Because of how much I had to go through. Coming home after school crying, you know, bawling my face off because, you know, the boys or the girls would just call me horrific names. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not having confidence in myself. I'm surprised I even have confidence in myself now.
What happened when you were at the beach with her?
Well, we had gone out to the beach. We, you know, sunbathing, whatever. It's Florida, you know. And a woman she was about easily 300. And she had walked by and she laid a towel down. She laid down to, you know. And Debbie says, "You need to move."
To the lady?
Yeah. The lady looked at her and said, I'm sorry? And Debbie said, "You need to move. You're disgusting." She was like, no, you need to move. I can't stand to look at you.
What did the lady do?
She teared up. She teared up and she grabbed her towel and just walked away and moved.
And you saw her tearing up. Yeah.
It was sad.
Yeah. I find it interesting that this whole weight thing and being able to say, "You disgust me, get away, you need to move," is it's not so politically incorrect. Like, if that was said and maybe race was connected, "You're black, you need to move, you disgust me, you're Asian, you're Latin, you're blonde, you're..." Whatever it is in terms of race, that would be like a really awful, crazy thing. Where I'm not even sure if it's in the Protection Act on like hate crimes and things to really attack somebody for the size of their body. And that's why we're doing this show, because it is crazy. And I do think that a lot of people say these things because they fear that maybe they could be that way, or they used to be that way. Yeah. Or, you know, I find it really, really sad. And there's another thing that I'll talk about it, I think that, we're going to take a break, but I want to talk about this, that I feel like a lot of the times people don't think that a heavy person has a soul and has a spirit and has a heart and has feelings and can feel crushed. I think they look at them like they're just a shell of a person, and it is 100% the opposite of that. We're going to talk about that when we come back. We'll be right back.
Up next, 7 strangers, their honest reactions as they watch our footage.
You're overweight, it's not my fault. If you don't want me giggling and laughing at you, take better care of yourself. Look in a mirror. In a way, I think sometimes negative reinforcement helps.
And later,
we're being told that we have to sugarcoat it. I have to say, "You're plump, you're pleasantly plump." Why? If you're fat, you're fat. No matter how I say it, it's not gonna change.
Do you know how many things people can look at you right now and say?
Then they say it.
No, that's ugly. That's ugly. That's not right. So in season 1 of love the Tyra show. Do you guys remember when I went undercover as a 350-pound woman? Do you remember that? Yes. I went undercover, and I did it to expose the extreme judgment that people make about weight. Now, in season 2 of the Tyra show, I told the tabloids to kiss my fat ass when they started. The Tyra show is in season 5, and believe it or not, weight discrimination continues to be one of the last acceptable forms of prejudice. I mean, people band together to attack people that are overweight. Now, you're about to meet some women that think nothing of calling other women fat or disgusting or gross to their faces, because the women that they are saying these things to are heavy, are overweight. Check this out.